John, how are you doing today?
Sam, it could be better, but I'm here.
Yeah, I know. Yesterday was really rough. We went over a lot of things yesterday. We did your treatment plan and your assessment. So just kind of want to touch base too with you today because you mentioned we need to go over your stuff to level up to 2 since you're here for 30 days.
Yeah.
So we're going to be mainly going over your booklet every week, okay?
Okay.
So, how are you doing with the program? Any questions regarding levels, rules here, anything like that so far?
Can you give me like a speedy overview of the level system again?
Yeah, of course. So a good help is your Eagle book here.
Yeah.
So that's gonna have all the levels broken down.
Mhm.
So level requirements, we're gonna go over all of these things listed here.
Okay.
So for level 2 is what we're gonna be going over and you'll present next week Tuesday.
Got it.
So fire drill cards, working on your wellness recovery plan with the peer specialist. We made your treatment plan yesterday, and then attend groups and just show progress in your recovery, okay?
Got it. Okay.
Level 3, a lot of the same things. We also just want a timeline and a social add-on, and then we need to be a mentor. So you help one of the new individuals coming into the program, kind of show them ropes like you had this last week.
Got it.
And then level 4 is just taking 2 passes, and then your relapse prevention assignment, and then your relapse scenario, which you share with the group at leveling, okay?
Got it.
Any questions overall on that?
I think that's pretty clear.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So we'll start off today. We're gonna go over your fire drills.
Got it.
So I'm gonna have mine out just to make sure we hit each point.
All right.
I don't remember all of them honestly.
Okay.
So, what do you have for reasons to stay sober?
Well, at first I got my health. You know, I don't think my liver can hold up much more.
Yeah, no, health is really important.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, because I lost my job, you know, after that DUI. Like, got to finish school so you know I can build my skill set.
Yeah, I know you're going to college right now for emergency disaster response, which is great that you're looking at other options outside of land surveying.
Yeah. No, you're right. So that's a goal. You know, I got to stay sober for that. Next is relationships. You know, I've been having. I mean, you know, they just really been impacting my my family life. You know, I'm having a lot of issues with my mom.
Yeah.
And you know, although like my wife and my dad are there, you know, they're supportive, but you know, I got to make sure that those relationships don't fall under.
No, that's definitely understandable. We want to make sure we have good connections with our family. You mentioned like your mom is really important to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think those are some great reasons to stay sober.
Yeah, and the last one's gonna be self-respect. You know, because you drink a fifth a day, right? You look at yourself in the mirror every day. I'm like, you know, I'm just not proud, especially after a night drinking. You know, I'm a mess. So I want to respect myself and the work that I've done.
No, I think that's a great reason. Perfect, John. Let's go over some of your supports that you have listed.
Yeah,
Who's a good support for you?
I got my wife, Janet. You know, our relationship's a little untraditional, but she's there for me. So, you know, I'm happy for that. I got my mom, you know, but because we've been a little tense right now, it's kind of hard, but I know I need to work on that. I know a lot of it's my fault, so I need to kind of just address that. And then I got my dad, Adam, you know. He sides with my mom, but I think he kind of sees the progress I'm making.
Yeah. No, it's a big step coming here too, and they're probably really proud that you're getting some treatment for your alcohol use.
I hope so.
That's great, John.
Yeah.
Perfect. Next, we're gonna go over playing the tape forward. So this is, what is your rock bottom? Like, this is how you know it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, one that I'm back in jail. Like, I mean, you know, after the DUI, that was a big thing, you know. That was scary. And we're talking about, you know, working and all that. I can't do that if I'm in jail.
Yeah.
And drinking is just gonna get me there, so.
You know, and I know you mentioned you were previously incarcerated for some time too, so it's kind of like the fear of losing all your freedoms too comes back.
So that's big. You know, kind of losing my own self-respect and worth. You know, as I said, it's hard looking at yourself in the mirror. I mean, if I'm in prison too, like, how am I going to do anything worthwhile? You know, I'm stuck just because of my drinking. And losing my loved ones. You know, I can be. I've seen dangerous things. I've driven while drunk. You know, there's always a risk that I could harm someone I care about, and then also just those emotional relationships. I could end up losing those if I keep drinking. So.
Yeah, no, those are all some good points and reasons that we want to kind of work on getting sober. So
Yeah.
what are some other costs of using for you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the costs, I mean, besides from the dollar amount from, spending on so many fifths,
Yeah.
relationships, I
Mhm.
mean, I don't think my wife can handle it much more. And obviously my mom is already kind of putting some heat on me, so, that's important to me is I don't want to lose those. Don't have many left. My freedom, I end up in prison again, that's gone. And I've been lucky, with the time I served, but if I do something, I could harm someone,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big thing.
Mhm.
And then that respect piece, I want to be proud of myself.
No, I think those are some really great ideas you've come up with, cost of using. It really sounds like respect of yourself is a really important thing, so we can definitely work on kind of building that up while you're here.
Okay.
What are some benefits of sobriety for you?
Well, I mean, there's the health side of it, my liver, my just being able to function day to day.
Yeah.
That's huge. I'm 52 now. I mean, who knows how much longer I'll have if I keep drinking, so I want to push it out. The next one's my sex life. That kind of goes with health. I have a hard time kind of doing my work, my business, performing when I have some drinks, and sometimes I use alcohol when I want to have sex, and it just doesn't end up helping me at all.
Yeah.
So, and then the last one's gonna be my family relationships. I really want to make sure I prioritize those. As I said, who knows how my health is looking. I want to be able to just take the most out of them while I have.
Good. Good. So I'm hearing a lot of like future oriented things there, which is great.
Yeah. I'm trying to think ahead as hard as it is.
Perfect.
Yeah.
When you're stressed or overwhelmed, what are some things you can do to help calm yourself down?
I can breathe. Years of jumping to a drink. I just find that when I'm stressed and I'm up, sometimes I just forget. I'm so tense. And I know that. And I've learned, just in this week here, that I can really start, I can find that easy thing to do, breathe. Doesn't cost any money,
Very true.
and I can't just, sometimes I don't have access to that, to that bottle, so just having an opportunity to take a breath is good, yeah.
Perfect.
And then I can also reach out to supports, that's a big thing. I know they're there to support me, but, sometimes I feel like they don't really understand what I'm going through, so are there like any opportunities here to build support?
Yeah, I think a great thing about the program here at the VA is you guys already have a couple common grounds.
Yeah.
One, you guys are all veterans. Two, you're all here for your addiction and your recovery.
Yeah.
So already you kind of have individuals here that understand some things that might have played into your substance use experiences in the military.
Yeah.
So I would really encourage you trying to build some connections with some of the other veterans here.
Yeah.
If you're up to it.
I'd like that.
And we can also talk about different group options
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
As a program, we go out to AA meetings twice a week.
Yeah.
I know that might not be your cup of tea, but you and I can look at other options just based on our interactions so far. I feel like there's one group that some veterans went to last month. It's called The Spot. It's Crystal Meth Anonymous.
Okay.
They said it's a really great vibe. I know you mentioned like you like the bar vibe, and they have a similar vibe to that.
Yeah.
So it has bonfire pits there, pool, darts. So
just spend time with the guys.
yeah, do some interaction too. So I can give you all the information for that place. Again, it's called The Spot. So
Spot. I like that. It hits the spot.
that's a good joke, John.
Yeah. So is triggers next?
Yes,
All
you
right.
are correct.
Yeah. Well, the big one's the wife. Sometimes she just grinds my gears and just really,
Yeah.
we have a disagreement, and I want to go for that bottle. I want
Yeah.
to take a drink, but
I know you mentioned your relationship with your wife is very complicated. So
yeah.
and communication is not always the strong suit for both of you.
No.
So we can definitely process a little more on that, build some of our communication skills, and probably some coping skills when we have arguments and how to step back.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, the next one you said arguments. I mean, even, you know, it's pretty common with the wife, but, you know, sometimes it happens with my parents. My God, I get so heated, and I said, I don't breathe, so I go for the bottle, so, you know, I definitely need some support in kind of breaking that down.
Perfect.
I guess not feeling heard or validated, you know, sometimes I find with my wife and my parents, they don't really validate me, nor do they really understand kind of like what I'm going through, and, you know, I feel like at least I may have some opportunities here to do that.
Yeah, with the other veterans, definitely a good opportunity to build
I mean,
that
you
support.
help too.
Good. Well, I'm glad.
And then, you know, I hate being talked down to, you know, I don't like AA, I feel like they do that to me, so, but, you know, I just want to be respected.
Yeah.
I'm a man, I can take care of myself, you know, I think.
No, you've been doing a good job, John. I know you've mentioned like the way you think about situations isn't, you know, go from point A to B, kind of take a little bit of a different route, but you're very intelligent, you understand the concepts we're going over, sometimes it just takes you a little longer to kind of grasp it, but that's fine, that's okay, we all learn differently.
I'm glad you see it.
Perfect, let's go over some coping skills for triggers. I know you've been here a week, you've gone to a couple groups. Have any of them stood out to you so far that you find helpful?
There's something called the DBT group. What is that?
Yeah, so that is the Pathfinders group. So again, the VA, we're very manualized here. So it goes through DBT skills, so dialectical behavioral therapy. So we're kind of just talking about the behaviors, processing, and it's a lot of acronyms as you've noticed. So it's how can we kind of slow down our thought process and then kind of check that behavior and that thought we're having.
Yeah, I like the acronyms, they're easy to remember. But I know one we talked about is HALT, which is the hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. I mean, all those things, you know, I talked about with, you know, my arguments and you know, when my wife makes me frustrated and stuff like that. Like, sometimes I don't think about those things, and then I just, you know.
Yeah, sometimes it's important to like notice, am I just angry and that's why I'm arguing with somebody?
Right. That's true. The next one we talked about was stop, which was, you know, stop, take a step back, observe, and proceed. And, you know, sometimes, you know, especially with those arguments, I just get going and I get going. It's so fast, and suddenly I'm drinking. I don't take that time to take a step back and, you know, breathe or just kind of be present. So, you know, that's something that I like.
Perfect.
The next one's calling supports. You know, I really want to fix up those relationships. You know, they're really important to me. So I'm gonna really be calling them. And then the next one's just to go to groups. You know, I think you said there's groups outside of here, mine outside of here.
Yeah, so like I said, as the VA, we'll take you to 2 AA meetings a week. If you want to go to those, you just sign up. If you don't, that's okay. For when you hit level 2, you can submit passes to go to anything that's to support your recovery. So that could be submitting a pass to go to the spot next week. So, or other groups, we can definitely look into other groups that you might be interested in. You can submit a pass to go with that.
What about like when I'm like actually back in, like I'm out of here, I'm working?
Yeah, so when you're out of here, the week before you leave, I'm gonna put a referral in for you to go downstairs. And down there is where we have all our outpatient services.
Got it.
So they'll do a transition group is what it's called. They're gonna go over the different group options, and then you pick whichever group interests you and then has the best times for your schedule, because I know you want to work, so make sure you pick one that feels like it's going to work well for you. And a lot of them are virtual too, which makes it a lot easier too, because I know transportation's a barrier without having your license.
It's really affected me, so I don't want to do it anymore.
And then last one, if I relapse, I will do the following to help myself.
I'm gonna, you know, I'll call my sports, reach out to them. You know, I got, you know, it sounds like I'll be building some ones that are, you know, that it can maybe be some comrades, some friends, you know, so that's good. I can get into treatment, you know, I'm here now for a reason. I really want to make progress, you know, I really want to build respect, I want to work, you know, I want to be able to get back out in there and just get going.
Awesome.
And then the next one's go to groups. I mean, you told me, I think, you know, right here, just all I knew is that I had them here, but if I have them out in the community, that helps a lot. That helps a lot. Because, I mean, what you said, this is 30 days?
Yes, you're here for 30 days. You can always extend to 60 if you want, but I know you're saying 30 just because you have some appointments and you want to be able to go to those.
Yeah, no, I do want to, you know, like I said, I like my freedom, so,
Yeah, no, it's definitely understandable.
yeah.
Perfect. So thank you so much for going over those with me,
Yeah,
John. I'll
yeah.
sign off on your book. So on Tuesday you can present to level up to level 2.
Nice, thank you.
Perfect. And then next week we'll meet again on Friday.
Alright,
We're gonna be going over your social atom in this packet,
okay,
as well as your relapse prevention assignment. Okay.
got it,
And that's gonna be so you can level up to level 3.
okay.
Any
Progress.
questions on everything?
I think, you know, I'm just gonna keep doing what I do,
Good.
and, you know, I know if I take a tumble here and there,
Mhm.
you're gonna help me out, so.
Perfect. Yeah, if there's anything else you want to go over, because I know we're going to spend a lot of time focused on this book, because this is kind of the goals we want you guys to go over.
Yeah,
If there's anything else, like housing,
Mhm.
employment, stuff like that you need help with, let me know, and I can help you with that too.
sounds
Okay.
good, yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.